Hello, in this video, I'm going to demo on task 5, question A, estimation of population parameter for mean and proportion. For estimation of population of mean by using Excel, first you have to choose one ratio variable. Please use the one that you include in your research questions. You might need to check your submission for task 1 and task 2. Start to come up with the output from Excel is, first you select or you go to data, then you go to data analysis. This will be analysis toolpath. You choose descriptive statistic, then click OK. Once you do that, in the descriptive statistic command box, for input range, you have to select the cell with your data, including the variable name. The data will be in column form, so you tick on column, tick on label in the first row, tick summary statistic, and also tick confidence level for mean, and set the confidence level as 95%. For output option, please take output range. And this is where you want your output to be in the Excel sheet. So you just select any cells in the same worksheet. Once you do all the setting, you click OK. Once you click OK in the worksheet, you will see the Excel output like this. You might need to adjust the title according to your data. The input that we need is the mean and the confidence level. When we want to estimate, to form the confidence estimate, the formula we use is this one. This is the theory, x bar plus minus z alpha over 2 multiply with standard deviation over square root of n. From Excel output, we don't have to use calculator, right? From Excel output, x bar is the mean, the whole standard error here. Okay, the whole standard error here will be this value. You can set the value here to 3 decimal places. Once we have the mean and the value of standard error confidence level, you can actually come up with the CI estimate, where you will need to find the lower limit of the estimate and the upper limit of the estimate. So to find the value of the limit, you have to use Excel. Means you have to choose the cell. This one will be cell of mean minus cell of SE, standard error, or confidence level. Okay, cell of mean minus confidence level. Upper limit will be mean plus confidence level. Okay, mean plus confidence level. Once you have this, then you can write your CI estimate of the mean is this one. Your Excel sheet for question A1 should be something like this, where we have the output and the calculated CI limit and also the CI estimate of the mean. In your Word file, which later on you will submit in PDF, for question A1 should be like this. You should include the output of from the Excel and the CI estimate and also the answer. the limit, okay, lower limit and upper limit, and CI estimate the answer. Make sure you label each of these according to your data. For this one, number of hours spent on the device, and this also number of hours spent on the device. So it will be depend on your data set. This is for the mean. For A2, estimate of proportion, this is to answer the second research question, which is estimation of population proportion of a variable. First step is you have to choose one nominal variable. Choose the one that you include in your research question too. For example, I use degree. First step, you have to define your coding because this is nominal variable. So it involves with coding. And here, for this data set, I have 5 coding here, 5 category here. And let's say the proportion or the estimation of proportion that we want to find is to find the proportion of business. So I will highlight the business here and the rest will be others. Means here, probability of business or proportion of business will be the P, and the other degree will be the Q. When you find, step 2 is to find the frequency of each category and the total frequency. When you find the frequency of each category, you have to use the Excel function. The function to use is equals to count if. And the total frequency, you can use the function of equal to sum, then the whole cell of frequency. You will need the total here to find the probability. Once we have the frequency of each category, next step, step 3, is to find probability of success, our P, and probability of failure, our Q. To find the P and Q, you have to use the Excel function or formula. To find the P, it will be equals to the cell of frequency for the category of P, success, divided by the cell of total frequency. To get the Q, you just have to make it 1 minus cell of P because Q is always 1 minus P. Once you have the P and the Q, you should know that this is sample proportion. So P hat, when you want to estimate the proportion, CI estimate of the proportion are using this formula. So the P hat here is the P that you construct just now from the step 3. Step 4 is to find the standard error here, sampling error or standard error, sampling error here. To find the sampling error, you will need to find the CV and to find this, sum is square root of P hat times Q hat over N. To find the CV, you have to use Excel function which is equals to norm.s.imv, and here since our alpha is 5% and this is CI estimate, you have to divide alpha by 2. That's why inside here 0.025. Please set it as 0.025. And for this one, you have to use the function equals to square root SQRT and use this formula, P times Q over N. Make sure the cell you use is correct. That's how you get 95% confidence level, the CV, and the standard error. This is called standard error. The whole thing is sampling error. Right? So once you have the confidence level or CV and the standard error, to find the lower limit and upper limit of the confidence interval estimate, lower limit will be P hat minus sampling error. Upper limit will be P hat plus sampling error. So when you want to find this value, make sure you use Excel function or formula. Choose the cell. Okay, when I click on the Excel, I want to see the function is used. You don't calculate outside of the Excel. You have to calculate inside the Excel. Use the Excel function. Once you do that, then you will have the CI estimate of the proportion, or you can write in this form. And the expectation in Excel file will be something like this. You should put in the coding, the data set that you use, the coding, the frequency of each category, the P and the Q, right? The CV and the standard error, and also the lower limit and upper limit, and the CI estimate. Make sure all the value here you use Excel function or choose the cell. Use the cell in Excel. Don't calculate outside of Excel. And in the Word file or the one that you will save in PDF later on, for question A2, it should be like this. Okay, you should put in the coding, the P and Q, and the CV, the standard error, lower limit and upper limit value, and also the CI estimate. That is for part A, A1 and A2. Thank you.